what is going to happen tonight.
Good morning and welcome to the beautiful college field in Guernsey in the Channel Islands, and fantastic news this morning on what is the final day of the tournament, the reserve day. We finally have some sunshine and some blue skies. It's been a very difficult week for the tournament organisers with inclement weather prevailing throughout, and all the more remarkably after 11 of the 15 games of this tournament. We are still none the closer to knowing exactly who's going to take the solitary qualification spot from this, the ICC Men's T20 World Cup Europe Final. Jersey certainly sitting in pole position at the moment. They've been 4 from 4, but Germany are going to be snapping at their heels. And Germany have a double header today. They're going to need to win this morning against Norway, who are yet to win a match. See the German side getting ready on your screen there. Third umpire today, Alex Worf. And there's the points table. As you can see, Jersey, they're sitting pretty on the top with 8 points. One thing is for certain though, Denmark, Guernsey and Norway all out of contention for qualification for the global qualifier. Looks like it all could come down to a grandstand finish between Germany and Jersey this afternoon. Jersey are in pole position, a good net run rate. They're 4 from 4. But Germany, if they could win this game today and get a good net run rate boost while they're at it over Norway, you can see the teams going out there. It's the two Norwegian openers. Their captain, he's opened all week, Raza Iqbal, a veteran, and then Pratik Agnihotri as well. Germany won the toss this morning. I think the reason they've chosen to bowl first is certainly some slightly helpful conditions to start with throughout the mornings, as we've seen in this tournament with the rain that we've had. But crucially, I think they're doing it for net run rate reasons, because if they know what target they have to chase of Norway's, if they could chase it in a hurry, then they'd be in a position where they might even be able to vault past Jersey, keep things in their own hands. So all to play for on the final day, what is the reserve day of the ICC Men's T20 World Cup Europe Final. And the star of the show with the bat yesterday, that was Craig Machady. He was simply outstanding. 5 sixes in an over. You might have already seen that on the T20 World Cup social channels. That's another clip that's going viral all around the world. Looks very much to me like qualification's going to come down to a shootout this afternoon between Germany and Jersey. Italy's still in the mix as well. They'll need to win their game this afternoon against Denmark. But for the penultimate time here at College Field in this tournament, we've got action on the pitch, and it's Craig Machete, one of the stars of the tournament, opening up from the Alaroo end. The big Glamorgan all-rounders being a huge acquisition for this German side. We've got another acquisition behind the stumps. That's Michael Richardson, the son of the outgoing ICC chief executive David Richardson, former South African keeper. Plays his county cricket up in Durham. Look for a quick single to get them off the mark, and despite the direct hit, Agnihotri will get through for one. Yeah, so Raza Iqbal, he's got lots of starts this week, but he's struggled to kick on, and Norway unfortunately winless this week, yet to get a win in a T20 international, having made their debuts in T20 international cricket this week. Guernsey, though, the hosts, joy for them yesterday. They scored their maiden T20I win by beating Norway. Good stuff this from Machete to start. The rarest of sights this week in Guernsey. You can see the sunshine on your screens. A little bit of blue sky above. Still not warm by any stretch, probably about 15 degrees here. But relief that we're going to have all of these 15 matches completed, it looks like, today. Nicely bowled again, left alone outside the off stump. A watchful start from Norway. So the format of this tournament, very simple. 6 nations all battling it out for one spot in the men's T20 World Cup global qualifier that will be held out in the UAE in October. So those 6 sides all playing 5 round robin matches. And after 11 of the 15 games up to this point, 3 of the sides are out of contention. Norway, Guernsey and Denmark cannot qualify. Coming into the final day, moving day in the table. Jersey are certainly in pole position, but Germany going to snap at their heels, and Italy in with an outside chance as well. Italy will need to score a really big win over Denmark to get their net run rate moving in the right direction, and then they'll need help from Germany, because Germany will need to beat Jersey, and if that happened, we'd have 3 sides possibly at the top of the table, all with 4 wins. Really good stuff, left alone on length by Agnihotri. It's going to end the first over. Just 1 run coming from it. Norway 1 for none. Let's take a look at the 2 playing 11s today. There's the Norwegian team, and I'm really pleased to see the youngster Hayatullah Niazi come back into the playing 11. And what the Norwegians have done, which is, I think, the right decision at their stage of development with their cricket, they're really making sure everyone gets a game this week. So Shah Ahmed's shuffled the pack. Javed Maroof Kale's missed out. Abdullah Sheikh's missed out. And Walid Ghori, who's probably been their player of the tournament, has missed out as well. So making sure that everyone gets a game. All 14 of their squad this week will have now made their T20 international debut. But keep an eye out later this afternoon for Hayatullah Niazi. Another man to keep an eye out for is the man on your screen now. That's Izzatullah Dalwitsai. What a bowler he is. Former Afghan international, now a dual international. Moved over to live in Hamburg about 5 or 6 years ago. German national now. And he's bowled a few of the spells of the tournament. Bowling at good pace. He's going to come in from the pavilion end around the wicket to the Norwegian skipper. Misfield. That's poor from Harmanjeet Singh, and cover. It was a regulation stop. He lets it fumble through his hands. He gets a glare from Izzatullah Dalwitsai. Dalwitsai looking at him saying, "What are you doing?" So 2 fielders allowed outside the 30-yard circle for this First 6 overs of the power play overs of the T20 International that we're playing here today. Pretty regulation field, a slip in place. And the 2 men outside the circle at third man and fine leg. Third man's quite wide. An interesting position there at mid-wicket. Just coming a little bit closer. Not quite a catching position, but certainly tight in the ring on the leg side. Beauty. Really well bowled. I've loved watching Dalwitsai bowl so far this week. A real master of his craft. Dalwitsai, of course, played the 2012 ICC World 2020 for Afghanistan out in Sri Lanka. How he'd love to get back to the global stage, and for him to get back to the global stage, Germany are going to need to win this morning. In fact, they're probably going to need a big win. And it'll come down to a shootout between Germany and Jersey this afternoon. Good pace again from Dalwitsai. Hit into the offside. Going to be a single for Agnihotri. He gets off the mark. Short and quick from Dalwitsai. Good aggression from him. Raza Iqbal sways back out of the way. Through to the keeper for a dot ball. Good from Iqbal, gets off strike. Just angling in from Dalwitsai to end the second over. Norway, a slightly nervous start there, 4 for none. Take a very quick look at the German starting 11 today. Lots of changes for them, of course, because of the 3 replacements that had to come into their squad. A broken thumb for their skipper, a broken finger for Daniel Weston, 3 injuries. So the men to miss out today: Amit Sharma, Harith Srinivasan, and Mudassir Mohammed, perhaps surprisingly, because he started most of the games opening the batting for the Germans. Just like we saw from Jersey yesterday, Germany really buzzing in the field, up and about. They know how much is on the line. You can hear the German language flying around the covers. Pulled into the deep. Be a single, so really good tight stuff this from the German opening pairing. Perhaps Norway identifying that these 2 German bowlers are definitely their stars, and they'll perhaps look to target the first, second and third change bowlers. Hit back towards Machete, puts out an outstretched hand, but they'll get through for a single. Not really an opportunity. two of the three fastest bowlers in the tournament opening the bowling here for Germany. We'll probably see one of the other fastest this afternoon in the shape of Hayatullah Niazi. Without doubt, the three fastest quicks of the tournament. All getting it up well in excess of 80 miles an hour. Or 140 kilometers an hour, that sort of region. Slower ball that time though from Machete outside the off stump. Outfoxes Iqbal, who can only swing and miss. Looks for the Yorker, but over pitches. Great diving stop with one hand in the covers. Probably saved 3 runs there. Really good stuff from Harmanjeet Singh, making up for his earlier misfield. So 3 overs gone now. Still 1 ball over, 1 delivery left of this, the 3rd over actually. No damage done yet by the Norwegian openers though. Hit back to Machete, he can only get 1 hand in it. That was technically a drop catch. But they'll get through for a signal. Powerfully hit by Agnihotri. 3 overs gone. Norway, they are 8 for none. Yeah, that's the points table on your screen there. Jersey sitting in pole position at the moment. Their conundrum is certainly simple. If they win this afternoon against Germany, all the other results won't matter. But Jersey, Italy and Germany, the 3 sides on this, the final day of the Men's T20 World Cup Europe final, battling it out for just 1 spot. Fortune there for Agnihotri. Just haven't been able to get these 2 quick bowlers away. Good length from Dalwitsai, but they're going to get through for a quick single. Half a chance. Oh, they get home. Mix up in the running between the wickets, to say the least. Dalwitsai going to come around the wicket now. The left-hander. Powered into the offside, in the air. Past the outstretched hand of Asad Mohammed. Going to be the first boundary of the day. Loud cheers in the Norwegian team tent to our left. Norway, remember, they're playing for a moment of history as well, because they've never won a T20 international, having made their debut here this week. Top edge, flies over the head of Michael Richardson behind the stumps, and it's going to be back-to-back boundaries. It's certainly not convincing from Iqbal, but he's not going to mind how they come, the Norwegian captain. Slightly beaten for pace by Dalwitsai. It skews off the top edge and runs away for a 2nd consecutive boundary. Edged and taken. What a catch that is at slip. Iqbal was looking to heave it down the ground. It flew quickly off the outside edge. And a very good catch taken just to the left of his head at first slip. So Dawood gets the wicket that he probably deserved. And Iqbal, for the 4th time in this tournament, has got a bit of a start. And he's got out again. 13 he'll have to go for. Germany will just be pleased with that because they know the Norwegian captain has power. What a disappointing week for Raz Iqbal. Constantly looked like he was going to get a score. Lots of double figures. But as he looked for the smash down the ground, all he could do was find the outside edge. Glorious shot to start with from Edasham Hack, driven through the covers, over pitched from Dawood. He finds a breakthrough, but an expensive over. 13 runs coming from it. At the end of 4 overs, Norway are 21 for 1. It was Amir Khan Mangal who took the sharp catch at slip for the first German wicket. Plenty of batting in this Norway lineup. Back themselves to have hitters all the way down. Keep an eye out later for the man Hayatullah Niazi. Ali Tafsir as well, good striker of the ball. Anzar Iqbal, another player to look at. Shady's going to continue, so he'll bowl 3 of the 6 overs of this power play. You can see Germany really wanting to restrict the Norwegians to as low a total as possible. I've no doubt in the chase we're going to see fireworks because big appeal given. That's the second wicket, just what Germany wanted. They gambled and kept one of their star bowlers on for a 3rd consecutive over, Craig Mashady. And he's done the damage. Going to be just a 2-ball stay at the crease for Edasham Hack. 4 off his first ball. A wicket the second ball. I'm just watching the replay on my screen and yeah, certainly looked adjacent. Wasn't going over the top. An easy decision. Really good stuff from Mashady. So Germany will be thinking if they can roll Norway or restrict Norway to maybe less than 100, in and around the 100, we're going to see some fireworks then. Because I've no doubt Mashady will be used at the top of the order. Yesterday we saw him hit 5 sixes in an over. And the reason Germany will be looking to do that is they need a big net run rate boost. It was a brilliant piece of bowling from Mashady. Jagged back sharply. The only thing possibly the umpire had to decide was it going over the top? Certainly going on to hit middle. Nicely bowled through to the keeper, Michael Richardson. Maybe surprising not to see a slip in place. Wicket's the key way to restrict run scoring opportunities, and we've seen this Norwegian batting lineup can be fragile. But a few collapses this week after making such a good start, posting over 150 against Italy. Beauty. Really well bowled by Craig Machete. Beat Syed Ahmed outside the off stump. Good captaincy this now from the replacement captain, Rishi Pillai. Venkat, the original German captain, a broken thumb. Poor old Venkat Ganeshan. He showed us the x-ray of it a couple of days ago as well. Really nasty injury for him. We wish him well. Almost half a chance. Brilliant from Machete. Ball just sticking in the pitch a little bit this time. Down the track, aggression from Syed Ahmed through to the keeper. Dot ball to finish. Really good stuff from Machete. A wicket and a run coming off the fifth over. Norway 22 for 2. You'll see a change in bowling for the first time today for Germany. Going to be Hamid Wardak, who was brilliant yesterday. The Germans got a dominating win over Denmark. Perhaps a surprise. Remember, Germany barely snuck through from the sub-regional qualifier last year. They won 3 and lost 2 and had to be reliant upon net run rate to get through that sub-regional qualifier, whereas Denmark, they won 5 from 5. Denmark, one of the fancied sides coming into this tournament, but they just haven't been able to get it done. Their coach Jeremy Bray is going to be so disappointed, having won 1 and lost 2 of their games. It means they're out of contention for qualification. The Danes have a double header today. They're in action at the moment against Guernsey, who won their first ever T20 international yesterday with a final over victory over Norway, who you're watching here. Guernsey batting first in that other game, which is across at the KG5 playing field. Guernsey 27 for 1 in the 7th over there. So a little bit of pride to be played for both countries there, looking to advance their T20 international rankings, of course. Denmark could have a say in the qualification picture if they can beat Italy, because that would rule Italy out of the qualifying picture. So lots of conundrums at play on the final day. The scorers and the statisticians are going to have their calculators out working out the net run rate. One thing is for certain though, if Jersey can win this afternoon against Germany, nothing else will matter. They will be a perfect 5 from 5. Beauty, really nicely bowled by Hamid Wardak. And for Jersey to go through this tournament where all of the sides have been very competitive, if they could go through the tournament unbeaten, they'd have to fancy their chances out in the global qualifier. 14 countries will be playing it out for 6 places in Australia next year. Just off the hip. I think it's off the thigh pad of Agnihotri. He's going to come back for 2. Good running from him. Wait for the signal from the umpire. It is given leg by. Beautifully bowled. Beats him outside the off stump. Through to the keeper, Richardson. Richardson's up to the stumps now. 2 standing umpires today. Heath Kearns and Alan Hago. Heath Kearns from Jersey. Alan Hago, the Scot. Very experienced umpire. We've got Alex Wharf as the 3rd umpire today. So really good officiating throughout the week. Good tight stuff to end the power play from Germany. Norway really yet to get going. 6 overs gone. It's 26 for 2. So let's go back and look at this points table again. I'm going to be showing you this regularly throughout the morning because Germany must win here. They have to beat Norway. If they can beat Norway, particularly by a good margin, you see the difference in net run rate there. Jersey's currently standing at 2.67. Germany's at 0.85. But if Germany could get a really big win here, perhaps chase down Norway's total that they'll post first in something like 10 or 12 overs, would give them a real net run rate boost, get them up closer towards the league leaders, Jersey. And whilst we'll have to wait for the calculations to be done, it would mean that they'll definitely have to beat Jersey, but they might have to beat them by a margin as well, depending upon the events of this morning's game. But they definitely have to win both matches today, Germany, to have any chance of topping the table. It would put us into a net run rate calculation to work out who's going to be the champion. Beauty! That's spectacular from Craig Machete. He's been a star with the bat this week. He's doing it with the ball now. 4th over. Coaches always talk about hitting the top of off stump, and that's exactly what he did. Straight through the defences. Saeed Ahmed, he's out. Bowled with an absolute beauty from Craig Machete. Probably in the mix for player of the tournament, you'd have to think. John T. Jenner as well. His knock yesterday of 71. So Anzar Iqbal, it's going to be coming in now. Take a look at this batting card. It's not looking great at the moment. Saeed Ahmed, he fell for just 1 there. Coming in at number 5 now, it's going to be Anzar Iqbal. You'd have to think Germany feel like they're right on top, and you can see why they bowled first. Perhaps controlling their own destiny a little better in terms of net run rate. If they could restrict Norway to a really low score, who's to say they couldn't, with the pair of Craig Machete at the top of the order, they couldn't chase down this total in jig time. Maybe even take such a big win they'll go past Jersey on net run rate. Take all of the calculations out of the equation this afternoon. If that was the case, it would be as simple as if Germany win, then they'll take the spot. Whereas if Jersey win, of course, with it making it 5 wins from 5, they would guarantee themselves a place on the plane to the UAE. So into the 7th over. This is going to be Craig Machete's last. Aggressive captaincy from the new captain of Germany, Rishi Pillai. Going to bowl out his 4 overs straight from the Viola Ruined. Nicely played by Anzar Iqbal. Just run off the face of the bat down to 3rd man. Muslim Yar Ashraf does the fielding down there at 3rd man. The Germans are abuzz in the field at the moment. Beauty. Really good bowling this from Craig Machete. What a star he is, the big tall Glamorgan seamer. Well, he's an all-rounder, isn't he? Powered into the leg side. Going to be the first boundary off the bowling Machete. Off the final ball of his spell, he somewhat ruins his figures. They're still superb figures. 4 overs he's bowled. He'll finish with 2 for 11. Agnihotri hammering him through the leg side. It beat the mid-on fielder. So Machete's bowled out. Have to see what the rest of this German attack can do. I'm going to see another change. Just the 1 over from left arm seam of Hamid Wardak. Perhaps he'll change ends. Going to see the medium pace now of Asad Mohammed. Right arm over the wicket. Yeah, Rishi Pillai is shuffling his deck of bowlers here. Full toss, hit into the offside protection out there. So the power play section of the innings over. We have 5 fielders now allowed outside the 30-yard circle. Those 5 fielders at the moment, they're stationed at deep mid-wicket. Long on, long off. A deep cover and a third man. So fine leg is up in the circle. 5-4 offside field. Fairly regulation for this stage of a T20. Asad Mohammed, 2 full tosses in a row, not finding his length at all yet. But he hasn't been punished. Plenty of hitting down the order in this Norwegian side, particularly Hayatullah Niazi, the left armour. He's very capable of clearing the ropes. 3 full tosses in a row. Really poor bowling this from Asad Mohammed, and finally the third one gets punished. Tap of the bat from the Norwegian batsman. Agnihotri's looked good so far. Perhaps feeling like he missed out on the full toss of the ball before. The tension's going to build throughout the final day of the ICC Men's T20 World Cup Europe Final. Whatever happens, we're going to have to wait till the 14th and 15th matches of this tournament to say for certain who's qualifying. It sums up what a closely fought tournament it's been. Going to go right to the death on the final day, in fact the reserve day of the tournament. Just as well we had the reserve day with the weather we've had this week in Guernsey. But it's set fair for today, so Germany in the hunt, trying to win 2 of their double headers today. If they can win this morning against Norway and go on to beat the league leaders Jersey this afternoon, who knows, they could be on a plane on the way out to the UAE in October. What a story that would be. It's been a meteoric rise from this German side. Such growth in the sport there in the recent years. Down the track, hit into the leg side. Amir Khan Mangal down it. Long on doing the fielding. So that's 8 overs gone. Norway not really getting going, but staying in the game. They're 37 for 3. was a change of ends for the left arm seam of Hamid Wardak. Just what I thought. Having bowled one over from this, the pavilion end. He switched to the Alaroo end, the far end of the ground at this beautiful college field, which is part of the Elizabeth College grounds in Guernsey. Going to be a boundary for the first boundary of Iqbal's innings. It was short and wide, cut away, beat the infield, and as soon as it beats the infield here, particularly with the super job that Beanie and his ground staff have done, tends to run away for 4. It's a big playing surface, 65 metre boundaries to most edges of the ground. Not a good delivery that time from Wardak. He's disappointed with himself. Just a single though out to Abdul Shakur Ramatzai on the leg side. It's like changing the field. We're going to see third man. It's Muslim Ashraf come up into the circle. And long off is going to go back, so long off and long on out. Just a bit of a partnership building between these two now for Norway, and Germany, who were so energetic for the first 4 or 5 overs in the field, have just let their tempo drop a little. Perhaps the toll of what is going to be 5 games in 6 days, 5 T20 internationals in 6 days, is just starting to pay a little bit. The German coach Stephen Knox, the big Scotsman, he's had troubles because he's had 3 of his original squad out injured. Big appeal. Might have just pitched outside leg. It's always difficult for a left arm seamer coming around or coming over the wicket. They've got to make sure it pitches in line. It's a big appeal. The bowler was convinced, but the umpire at the far end was unmoved. So 9 overs gone. Norway 46 for 3. Yeah, the reason Stephen Knox has had troubles is because his captain, Venkataram Ganesan, he broke his thumb. His wicketkeeper, Daniel Weston, he broke his finger. And then Vijay Shankar Chikanaya had a bad knee injury. So 3 players after the first game, first couple of days for Germany, had to be replaced. And the SOS call went out, and into the squad came Michael Richardson, Amit Sharma and Hari Srinivasan. 2 of them not playing today, but Michael Richardson, the Durham wicketkeeper, is in the starting 11. Standing up to the stumps here. Gonna have a change in bowling because after a wayward first over from Asad Mohammed, he's been whipped out of the attack. They're going to go to the spin of Muslim Yar Ashraf now. Left arm orthodox. From the pavilion end. Big appeal. Surely too much bounce. No, given. Oh, interesting. You can see the Norwegian fielder just signalling he felt it was high. I thought that might have been a little bit high at first, but the umpire had no hesitation. That's the breakthrough Germany needed. Trapped LBW, perhaps a little bit unfortunate. Anzar Iqbal. In fact, Pratik Agnihotri has got to go. Just watching the replay back, you can see why that was given out. It actually hit him lower on the knee roll than I first thought. The bounce off the ball indicating some height. So it's going to be Hayatullah Niazi in at number 6. Agnihotri not convinced by that decision at all. He took a long time to walk off the pitch. He's still gesturing to his teammates that he felt it was too high. But Alan Hago, the Scottish umpire, his decision is the one that matters. And what that means is Muslim Ashraf has struck first ball of his spell. Tall left arm spinner. There's no doubt it was going on in terms of line to hit the stumps, but maybe just a query over height. That's what Agnihotri felt. But the Germans were convinced. And it's going to bring a name to watch for the future. Hayatullah Niazi to the crease. The 18-year-old. Edged first ball. Why don't they have a slip in, Germany? That would have gone straight to first slip, and instead it's going to result in 2 runs to Niazi to get him off the mark. Could have been 2 wickets and 2 balls with a slip in place for Muslim Ashraf. 2 runs to the total instead. Edged again. Would have gone straight to first slip again, just sliding on with the arm. Not a big turn of the ball. Back-to-back 2s for Hayatullah Niazi in very fortunate circumstances. Germany are going to be hoping it's the 3rd time is a charm, because the slip will go into place now. Perhaps a ball too late. Full hit into the leg side. There's a fielder right there. He's going to have work to do, and he's not going to be able to get there. Tried to go with the feet. Syed Ahmed. But powerfully struck by Hayatullah Niazi. This is what he can do. 8 off 3 balls. The first 4 runs coming from 2 fortunate 2s, but that was a genuine strike into the leg side. Beat the despairing effort of the fielder. Germany just a little bit at 6s and 7s at the moment. Down the leg side, and sloppy from Germany all of a sudden. After a wicket off the first ball of this over, 2 edges through the vacant slip region. They've had 9 runs in 3 legal deliveries, and not what they would have wanted. Full hit down. Well, it attempted to be hit down the ground, but straight to the man at mid-wicket. So 10 overs gone. That's the halfway stage of this game 13 of 15 matches this week here at the Men's T20 World Cup Europe Final. What a week of cricket we've had. Norway searching for their first win of the tournament. In fact, it would be their first ever win in T20 international history. Germany searching for not just a win, but hopefully a big win from their perspective to get up to 6 points and within 2 points of the leaders. Jersey, they need a big net run rate boost as well. Germany just looking a touch lethargic in the field. They were so up in a buzz for the first 6 or 7 overs. Perhaps those edges just deflating them a touch. Be another change in bowling. This time Sahir Nakash going to come into the attack from the far end, the Alaru end. He'll bowl his right arm medium pace. Perhaps the German captain Rishi Pillai just not very happy with his change bowlers. Asad Mohammed bowling a very poor over, and even though his left arm spinner struck first ball, Expensive 9 runs coming from Muslim Ashraf's first over. So he's had to go to yet another bowler. This time it's Sahir Nakash. We'll take a look at his bowling options after this ball. But certainly not all going to plan for Germany. It was all looking rosy in the garden 4 or 5 overs ago. Norway coming back into the game now. Driven down the ground. That's good stuff from Ansar Iqbal. Yeah, here's the bowling figures so far. Mashedi outstanding, 2 for 11 from his 4 overs. Dalwitsai 1 wicket, but a little expensive. But not a good first over at all from Asad Mohammed, even though it only went for 6. And an expensive over from Muslim Yar Ashraf as well. So problems to deal with for the new German captain, Rishi Pillai. Edged again. The runs coming quite freely in the last couple of overs for Norway, and that's not what Germany wanted. More runs here, pulled into the deep. Going to be at least 2 runs to the total. Big chase on for Abdul Shakur Ramatsai. They'll be happy with just 2. Norway feel like they're on top at the moment. Opens the face down towards third man. Good batting from this pair. Certainly fortune to start with for Niazi with those 2 edges. Could have been out off either of those deliveries had a slip been in place. Driven into the covers, but no run there. 11 overs gone. Norway are 60 for 4. Let's take a look at that points table again. Just give you an idea of how important this match is, because Germany must win. They have a double header today. You're watching Germany v Norway live here from College Field in beautiful Guernsey. Some lovely puffy white clouds and blue sky, which is really the first time we've seen any sustained blue sky for 7 or 8 days. Fantastic job by the tournament organisers and the hosts, Guernsey Cricket Board, to be able to pull this off. And the second match that Germany will play this afternoon is against the table toppers Jersey. So the solitary qualification spot for the ICC Men's T20 World Cup Global Qualifier in October in the UAE is going to be decided this afternoon. That's a glorious shot. Driven square and powerfully by Ansar Iqbal. Far too full from Muslim Ashraf. None of the German bowlers finding their lengths, with the exception of Craig Mashedi up top and perhaps Izzatullah Dalwitsai as well. Norway strategically getting it right. They knew who the 2-star German bowlers were, and they're going after the change bowlers of Germany. Pressure on the Germans. Outside the off stump, through to the keeper Richardson. Over pitching again, perhaps fortunate to get away with that one. Change in the field. Rishi Pillai, the captain's going to come across from mid-wicket and go into the offside, so he'll fill that vacant point region. Be a man at third man and in the circle, and then a deep cover on the offside. Full again, hammered into the offside, and it's gone straight to where the captain's put himself. Brilliant captaincy from Rishi Pillai. He jogged across the pitch. It was slower, tossed up through the air by Muslim Yar Ashraf. And all Anzar Iqbal could do was chip it straight to where Rishi Pillai had gone at point. You talk about inspired captaincy. A master stroke from Rishi Pillai. That's the 5th wicket. So the man with double O on the back, Anzar Iqbal's got to go. And the man with triple O on his back is going to replace him. Some creative numbering from the Norwegians. Nazakat Ali, who you might have seen yesterday, was involved in a quite remarkable run-out miss from Guernsey. He ran 2. His partner Pratik Agnihotri ran none. And somehow David Hooper, the Guernsey bowler, couldn't take the bails off. And Nazakat Ali survived, so you'll be hoping for more fortune today. Germany really needed that wicket, to be honest. The Norwegian run rate, the highest it's been the entire innings, pushing up towards about 6 and over at the moment. Going to run a ball. The Germans are going to have to take wickets to keep restricting this innings. Just seeing Izzatullah Dalwitsai warm up in front of our commentary position down at long off. Might see a burst of him for his 2 remaining overs shortly. It's better from Muslim Yar Ashraf. Played to the man at third man. Could be a run-out opportunity. Whips the bails off. Big appeal. Given not out. A direct hit probably would have been out. It was a tight single. Well fielded and good glove work by Michael Richardson behind the stumps as well. Whipping the bails off, but Ayatollah Niazi, the 18-year-old, as he should be at that age, he's quick between the wickets. Gets through for a single with a acrobatic piece of running. Fell over with the momentum that he had on the way through. Flatter, big appeal. Alan Hago unmoved, looks to be going down the leg side. Ends the 12th over, 5 runs from it. And a second wicket for Muslim Ashraf. Norway there, 65 for 5. Yeah, clearly going down leg, that final ball of the 12th over. Not too sure what Michael Richardson was appealing for. Not sure it would have hit another set of 3 stumps, to be honest. So enthusiasm from behind the stumps. No real appeal from the umpire. We saw here Nakash to continue from the Alaru end. Beautiful sunshine for the first time this week, and nice to see a few of the crowd actually in shorts and t-shirts. Still not overly warm, probably only 16 degrees or so. But after some rather miserable weather over the last couple of days, Guernsey's putting on a show for this, the final day of the tournament. Yeah, good stuff this from Hayatullah Niazi, showing some experience beyond his tender years, just 18 years of age. Involved with Essex County Cricket Club already. Perhaps a real star of the future, a name to watch for certain. Good tight stuff from Nakash. Very good batting surfaces all week produced by Beanie, the head groundsman here at College Field, and all of his team. He's had a great support staff, and they've had a lot of work to do with the amount of rain we've had. It's felt like the covers have been on the square more than they've been off it. During this week, and they've worked wonders really to get any cricket in yesterday in particular after what was torrential rain on Tuesday. All 4 games on Tuesday were washed out. None of the 4 could get a result, and that's why that series of 4 matches that was scheduled for Tuesday has moved to today, the reserve day. It's powered down the ground, but it flies straight to the man at long off, who takes a brilliant catch. That's a huge moment because Niazi's power could have changed the game for Norway. That's the 6th wicket. Germany continue to excel in the field. And reward for Sahir Nakash, his first wicket of the day. He was right into the block hole. It was dug out powerfully by Nakash, and if the fielder wasn't there, it probably would have flown all the way for 6. But Asad Mohammed down at long off took a very good catch. It's going to bring the wicket-keeper batsman Khizr Ahmed to the crease for Norway. He was unlucky there, the youngster Hayatullah Niazi. But good bowling tempted him to try and take on the fielder down the ground at long off, but Asad Mohammed was up to the task. A very good catch, held just about a yard inside the rope. We've seen brilliant fielding actually this week from all 6 teams, particularly Italy and Jersey themselves. Yesterday the league leaders might have even outfielded the Italians, who were shining with some spectacular catches. Led around the field, that Jersey side, by their wicket-keeper batsman Jake Dunford. We've seen a couple of his catches. Oh, a slip, and that's going to be a no ball. First free hit I've seen in days here. Completely accidental. You saw the apology immediately from Sahir Nakash. I think he's looking for the Yorker, but it ended up flinging out of his hand and turned into a beamer. So signalled as a no ball correctly. Good officiating by Heath Kearns, who looked to his partner Alan Hago at square leg. He's just waiting for the scorers to acknowledge his no ball, and you see the free hit signal on the screen. So nice way to start here. Looks for the block hole, edged and taken behind, but it's not going to be out. Really good from Sahir Nakash. Free hit means, of course, you can't be out. Well, you could be run out, but you can't be out by any other method of dismissal after the no ball. Ends the 13th over. Norway 69 for 6. So 7 overs remain in this Norway innings. 69 for 6 they are. Seen with this Norwegian batting lineup though, even down the order, their lower order are capable of clearing the ropes. Probably continue to see aggression from them, I suspect. Can Germany find these last 4 wickets? Surely they have to go back to Dalwit's eye sooner rather than later. Nicely bowled, tempting outside the off stump and watched through by Khizr Ahmed, happy to take a look to start with. Quicker outside the off stump, nearly chipped to that man at point. That's Harmanjeet Singh. Bouncing just short of him. Tentative start this from Khizr Ahmed. 3 dot balls to start. Opens the face. More dot balls. This is good now from Muslim Ashraf. He seems to have found his length. Far too full in his first over. Shorter this time, pulled into the deep. First runs now for Khizr Ahmed. You get off the mark with just a single. Good fielding in the deep. And a little bit of a mix-up in the running between the wickets. It was all happening temporarily out there. Khizr Ahmed, after getting off strike with a single, had fallen over at the non-striker's end, and then the throw came in to the keeper. He threw it back to the bowler, and the ball went errant. They thought about running an overthrow, but the end result's a single to the total. They're going to come back for two this time. Dalwatsai's throw is very errant. So plenty of time for 2 runs for Nazakat Ali. Beautiful sunshine now in Guernsey here. End of the 14th over now. Norway 72 for 6. Another full toss. Searching for the block hole again. Sahir Nakash, it's what he's known for with his medium pace bowling. But we saw an accidental beamer to end his last over, and over pitching again. This one a full toss. Full and straight to Dalwatsai, who fumbles. A little bit of a mix up in the running between the wickets. You can see the Norway run rate at the bottom of your screen. Going almost exactly 5 runs and over, so at the moment they're on track for around 100. Their coach will be hoping to get up to maybe 110, 120. Nicely bowled and nicely driven down the ground as well by Nazakat Ali. Game yesterday afternoon between Jersey and Italy, which was a top of the table clash, it was a remarkable one. It'll be remembered long in my memory for the innings of Jonty Jenner. Just 21 years of age, highest score of the tournament so far with 71, including a couple of quite incredible sixes. Cut into the offside, just going to be a single with the protection out there. So Norway just struggling to gain momentum in these middle overs now. The loss of Hayatullah Niazi was always going to be an important one. I saw the German team manager, Brian Mantle, walking past me just as that catch was taken. He fist pumped the air because he knew how dangerous Niazi can be. And he said to me that was a huge moment. Just off air there. So he feels if his German side can restrict Norway to around 100. Another full toss. Just below waist high this time. Yeah, you can see on your screen there the beautiful trees that surround College Field, and Rather remarkably, Jonty Jenner put it over those trees. We had 2 lost balls, 2 gigantic sixes, definitely the 2 biggest of the tournament. They soared into the sky and over the retaining wall fence there. We had to get new balls called onto the pitch, so it's a stunning scene here really at College Field in beautiful Guernsey in the Channel Islands. We're just northwest of the coast of France for this, the ICC Men's T20 World Cup European Final. And good captaincy from Rishi Pillai. He's going to get his strike bowler back into the attack. That's Izzatullah Dalwitsai. Coming back into the attack from the pavilion end. Starts with an edge straight away. A sprawling effort from Michael Richardson behind the stumps. He can't get a glove to it. Not sure it was a catching opportunity. Probably not quite carrying to him. It's going to end up with 4 runs. Fortune for Khizr Ahmed, beaten by Dalwitsai outside the off stump, who's been unlucky today. Such a brilliant bowler. God, maybe it did carry. I've just seen it back on the replay on my screen, and you can see because it was angling in initially, Michael Richardson's first step was to his left. He flung out his glove, his right glove, to try and cling on, but couldn't quite get there. Bowled him round his legs. Brilliant from Dalwitsai. Not a dismissal you see too often with a right-handed batsman being bowled around their legs by a right-arm quick over the wicket. But that's the talent and brilliance of Izzatullah Dalwitsai. Another wicket for him. Nazakat Ali had walked too far across his stumps and he ends up paying the price. Celebration from Dalwitsai. Knows that's an important wicket. Germany really looking to bowl Norway out. Could have made the argument Dalwitsai could have been brought back on and over earlier. So less than 5 overs to go, but Germany are going to look to bowl Norway out here. Dalwitsai the ball in hand. Such a threat, a potent threat. Short ball to start with. Really good pace, good aggression. Without doubt, one of the 2 or 3 quickest bowlers in the tournament, if not the quickest, full stop. Love watching Dalwitsai bowl. Bowls with such passion and skill. Tafsir Ali is the new man to the crease for Norway. Will we see the old 1-2 trick, the short ball to start? Are we going to see the Yorker to follow up from Dalwitsai? We are. The Yorker, but well kept out by Tafsir Ali. Good old school, clever fast bowling. From Izzatullah Dalwitsai, keeping it simple. Bowling at good pace. He's only got 2 for 20 at the moment, but he's really been unlucky. 8 of those runs coming through edges that could have gone into the region of the slip cordon. Perhaps a missed opportunity by Michael Richardson a couple of balls ago as well. Beauty, well kept out by Ali. They're going to look for the quick single. They'll get there. And they'll get there because of the fumble from the captain Rishi Pillai at backward point. Give you a quick score update from the other ground. Guernsey struggling a bit. 99 for 7. Batting first against Denmark. I think Denmark are going to openly say they'll be really disappointed with their efforts so far this week. They've played 3, won 1 and lost 2. That means they're out of the reckoning in the qualification picture. Driven into the offside, but Abdul Shakur Ramatsai is out there at deep cover. Going to end the 16th over. Norway are 80 for 7. So here's the batting card. Nobody in this Norwegian lineup throughout the week really has been able to post big scores. It's been a tale of their week really. Lots of starts for the batsmen. 13 for Iqbal, 19 for Agnihotri, 15 for Anzar Iqbal, and Niazi 10 off 10. Azakad Ali again 10. So every time one of the Norwegian batsmen gets themselves in, they seem to get themselves out. Maybe a change in bowling to the left arm seam now of Hamid Wardak, who had a really good day yesterday. That's a beautiful shot. Khizr Ahmed, technically very correct, not a big hitter of the ball. Hamid Wardak had 3 for 26 yesterday with the ball in hand, as Germany restricted Denmark to just 109 for 8, and then it was the Craig Machete show. 67 he made off just 43 balls, including 6 sixes, 5 of those sixes coming in the 1 over. As Germany chased that total down in a hurry, poor old Hamid Shah, the Danish captain, was the unlucky bowler. 1 over, none for 30. Sure, he'll bounce back. See some of the best bowlers in the world in the World Cup even going for big totals. Slower ball nicely bowled off the outside edge. Mix up in the running between the wickets. The throw comes into the non-striker's end. Bails are taken off and gone. That's the 8th wicket. Really good cricket from Rishi Pillai. The throw on the bounce making it easy for Hamid Wardak. Complete mix up between Ahmed and Tafsir Ali. Khizr Ahmed still can't understand what Tafsir Ali was at. Bit of an argument between them as they go off the pitch. Much to the amusement of a few of those in the team bench. So what that means is the 8th wicket's fallen. Complete mix-up, comical mix-up between Ahmed and Tafsir Ali, and Tafsir Ali's the one who's going to have to pay the price. So often you see the mix-up in the running between the wickets going to that backward point region. And the reason why that is you don't know whether it's the batsman's call or the non-striker's call. That's exactly what happened there. Tafsir Ali can't believe his luck. He's been run out and he's disgusted. So the new man to the crease is going to be Junaid Sheikh, one of the 2 Sheikh brothers in this Norwegian squad. He'll be at the non-striker's end. Hit down the ground to the man at long off. Germany will be really pleased with the last 10 or 15 minutes. Just come back into the game. In danger of Norway getting away from them at one point, but a really good fight back. Particularly from the ever-impressive Izzatullah Dalwitsai. What a star he is. And what Germany will be thinking is if they can close out this Norwegian innings for something in the region of 90 or 100, they might be looking to chase that total down in 10, 11, 12 overs, getting some inside information from some of the German subfielders walking past me here in the commentary position. And the reason they'll be looking to do that is their coach, Stephen Knox, he's done all the net run rate calculations. He knows they don't just need to win here against Norway, they need a big win. And if they can get a big win against Norway here, they could find themselves keeping their destiny in their own hands. And that destiny would be, if they can beat Jersey this afternoon, they could leapfrog Jersey and Italy, get to the top of the table, tied on points on 8. and end up with a better net run rate. And both Jersey and Italy, you can see the points table on your screen. Jersey certainly in pole position at the moment. Short ball, good aggression again from Dalwitsai. Back to that points table just for a second. Jersey, they're the ones with 8 points. The only two teams who can join them on 8 points. No one can surpass them with each of the sides playing just 5 matches this week are Italy and Germany. So I think Coach Stephen Knox of this German side is going to be really pleased with his team's efforts so far. Going to be up to his batsmen now to go and put on some fireworks. Inside edge, so unlucky for Dalwitsai. Just somehow misses the leg stump. It's going to run away for a boundary 4. It was agricultural to say the least from Kizzer Ahmed. To hoik it into the leg side, but all he could do was find it inside edge. So nearly bowled. But instead it ends up being a boundary 4. Down the ground, diving stop, brilliant at extra cover. That's first class from Harmanjeet Singh, continuing the trend of the brilliant fielding we've seen this week. Dalwitsai is smelling blood. Hit into the leg side this time. It's a better shot from Kizzer Ahmed. So 2 balls left for Dalwitsai to maybe squeeze out 1 more wicket for Germany. Beauty, there it is. Just as I predicted. Izzatullah Dalwitsai too quick for Junaid Sheikh. He was looking to open the face, just get it down to third man, but who'd bet against Izzatullah Dalwitsai, maybe even rounding out a 4-wicket haul for him. And closing the innings out, he's got only Prithvi Bharat standing in his way. Norway sink further to 91 for 9. This kind of high-class fast bowling on show from Izzatullah Dalwitsai and Craig Machete today. The kind of bowling that perhaps Norway haven't been exposed to too much. Remember, they don't even have any grass wickets in their country. They play all of their cricket on artificials. So a great learning curve for the Norwegians this week. They may well go winless, but they've shown real moments of promise. No more so than when posting 151 for 3 against Italy and having Italy in all sorts of bother. Italy were 6 for 1 after 3 overs in that chase before Joy Pereira and Nick Maiello saved the Italians' blushes. And when the rain came down on the first day of the tournament, 10 overs through the Italian chase, they were adjudicated ahead on Duckworth Lewis Stern by 20 runs. Can Dalwitsai find his 4th wicket? Final ball of his spell. Big appeal down the leg side, given not out. It's come off the pad. A good take from Michael Richardson. Alan Hago had absolutely no interest in the appeal. He simply walked over to Dalwitsai, gave him back his sunglasses and said, well bowled, you'll end with 3 for 27. Super spell from the former Afghanistan international. 3 for 27 to complement his fast bowling partner Craig Machete's spell of 2 for 11. Two of the stars of the show this week, no doubt about that. And how crucial are their 8 overs going to be later on this afternoon? There's the confirmation. Machete 2 for 11, Dalwitsai 3 for 27. Brilliant from those two. 2 overs to go. Norway 91 for 9. Germany searching for that final wicket. We're not going to come around the wicket now. Hit into the leg side. Just going to be a single as straight to Abdul Shakur Ramatsai. Out a deep square leg. Good bowling from Hamid Wardak, coming around the wicket, trying to restrict the angle for Prithvi Bharat, the number 11. We'll see him bowl his off spin later on in what's now the afternoon, just gone past midday local time here in Guernsey. The beautiful college field. Looks for the paddle, scoop shot, ends up falling over playing it. Number 11 on his back, Prithvi Bharat, and certainly a number 11 with the bat. Ambitious intent from the Norwegian tail ender. Prithvi Bhart's going to get off the mark with a single. Just 8 balls remain now in this Norwegian innings. You'd have to think Germany certainly favourites to close out what will be their third win of the week in the coming hour and a half or so. Hit into the offside. Going to be another single. Khizr Ahmed's batted quite nicely, but just hasn't quite been able to get his strike rate going. Doesn't look like a big hitter of the ball. Fortunate to survive against Dalwitsai with that inside edge as well. But Germany really going to have to come out with all guns blazing. This chase, well defended by Prithvi Bharat. It means we will go to the last over of the match. Last over of the first innings even. Norway 94 for 9 with just 6 balls remaining. So with Izzatullah Dalwitsai bowled out, it's going to be Asad Mohammed to bowl the final over of the innings. He's only bowled 1 over so far before being unceremoniously whipped out of the attack by his skipper. But he's been tasked with the final over of the innings, and Germany will just want to make sure they take the momentum in. Hit over the offside, going to be runs here. Probably just 1. They're going to turn and look for 2, but a good decision from Prithvi Bharat. He sends his partner back. Lots of cheers for Abdul Shakur Ramatsai in the deep. Really good fielding from him. Nicely bowled outside the off stump. Prithvi Bharat really is an out-and-out number 11, known for his off-spin bowling, not his batting. Germany will just be so keen to avoid any further damage Big swing and a miss. Chuckle in the Norwegian tent across to our left. They know that Bart is not a maestro with the bat. Enjoying his efforts. Izatul with Dalwit's eye. And Hamid Wardak both now with 8 wickets. The second leading wicket takers in the tournament. The only person above them, Anthony Hawkins K, with 9 wickets for Jersey. I've been so impressed with Dalwit's eye this week. That's better from Prithvi Bart, and even though they might have been an opportunity there to get back for 2, he's happy to give the strike to his partner Khizr Ahmed for the final 2 balls of the match. Can Norway edge up to 100? Hit down the ground towards Izatul Dalwit's side. They're probably going to turn and go for 2. They are. The throw comes in. And for the second time in the match, the throw goes right between the wicketkeeper and the bowler. Dalwit's eye's radar has been right on the money with the ball in hand, but not so much with the throws from the deep. So Norway 2 shy of 100 with 1 ball to go in the innings. Hit into the leg side. They're going to try and turn and go for 2, but surely he's going to be run out at the non-striker's end. He will. An easy throw on the bounce. A valiant effort, but Khizr Ahmed will get 1 run to the total. And he'll be run out for 18. Highest score of the innings from a Norwegian perspective. And what that means is, off the very final ball of the first innings, Norway have been bowled all out for 99. The equation's going to be a simple one for Germany. They're going to need 100 runs from their 20 overs, but they'll be looking to do it a lot quicker than that. They'll be looking to chase it down in 10 or maybe 12 or 13 overs if they can, to get the big net run rate boost that they need. So we're going to have fireworks in the second innings. That's the match summary on your screen there as the players go off the field in front of you. So Pratik Agnihotri, the top scorer with 19, but the 2 stars of the show, without doubt, this morning, Izatul Dalwit's eye, 3 for 27. Craig Mashede, 2 for 11. Norway finish with 99 all out. We're going to be back with you with the chase in about 15 minutes time. We'll come back on air, 20 minutes break. We'll see you soon. Yeah, welcome back here to College Field and perfect cricketing conditions really for the first time this week, because we've got puffy white clouds and beautiful blue skies, and the sun, our forgotten friend, has finally come to pay us a visit. So we're delighted to bring you these pictures with ICC Europe. Andrew Leonard here, and Germany and their star man Craig Machady walks out to the middle. They've got a task in their hands because they've got 99 runs that Norway have made. They're going to need to chase that down as quickly as they can. I'm just getting some information from some of our statisticians. That they'd need to be chasing this down in something in the vicinity of about 3 overs to exceed Jersey's run rate. So obviously that's not going to happen unless Machady can hit 30 and over like he did yesterday, 5 sixes. But if they could chase it down in maybe 8 or 9 or 10 overs, they'll come to within touching distance of Jersey ahead of this afternoon's games. Big appeal first ball going down the leg side. Junaid Sheikh opening up the bowling for Germany. It is Craig Machady on strike. So Machady on strike, and his big hitting exploits are going to be needed from Germany. What a knock it was he played yesterday. Down the leg side this time. Off the pad we see an outstretched arm of Heath Kearns indicating that's going to be a leg by. The Jersey umpire standing at the Alaroo end. So Germany certainly need to win, but they need to win as quickly as possible to get a big net run rate boost. Beauty. Really nicely bowled by Junaid Sheikh, the youngster. It's Amir Khan Mangal up, opening the batting, and he's up the order as well. So the big hitters have been sent out to do the job for Germany. Going to be the first boundary of the afternoon for Germany. A lovely clip off his legs. It went behind square, and there's a man out at deep square leg, but it went to his right. So the first boundary of the afternoon for Germany. They'll be looking for plenty of them to get this chase really motoring. Bowled him. A beauty from Junaid Sheikh. Clips the top of off just like we saw Craig Machady do. A little bit of a twist to the start here of this chase. Norway, of course, seeking their first ever T20 international win. Germany not going to have it all their own way in this chase. Not the start they would have wanted. Going to see Abdul Shakur Ramatzai in at number 3. A wicket for Junaid Sheikh in his first over. Early joy for Norway. Definitely the most beautiful part of the week weather-wise so far. The sun has come out and Guernsey's being seen in all its splendour. Yeah, the beautiful scene here at College Field. This is what Guernsey and the Channel Islands are known for. Lovely summer days, but we haven't had much of it over the last 6 or 7 days. We've been really unlucky with the weather. Has Hayatullah Niazi to open from the pavilion end. The tearaway left arm quick. Let's see how he goes. Going to start with a wide outside the off stump. We've seen this throughout his spells. Just takes a couple of balls to get going. But when that action gets into full motion, reminiscent a little bit of someone like Mohamed Amir. He's quick, he's talented, and he's a name to watch for the future. Quick outside the off stump, beats Machete. And just going back to that Junaid Sheikh wicket, it was a little unlucky for Mangle. He played on. Just off an under edge. Quick single from Machete. Yeah, 5 sixes he hit yesterday off the bowling of Hamid Shah, the Danish captain. Won't be a day that Hamid Shah is going to want to remember. Quick from Niazi. Too short though, flies over the head. Going to be signalled wide by umpire Alan Hago. Just a few nerves for Germany. They know that not only do they need to win this game, but they really need to win it in jig time. They could maybe chase this down in something around the region of 10 or 12 overs. They'll still have to beat Jersey by a margin, but it will give them hope. Nicely played. Short and too short again. Going to be signalled a wide. And in fact, it's going to be given as a no ball. Too many short balls in the over, so it's going to be a no ball and signalled as a free hit. A little bit of tennis ball bounce there. Yes, he is quick, but that one soared miles over the head of the tall Machete. No cricket shot could be played to that. Powered down the ground by Machete. That's a glorious strike. It's going to run away for a boundary 4. Just one bounce in front of the rope. Veering into his pads, and Machete showing while he's been one of the leading players this week. Pressure on the youngster, Niazi. Powered into the leg side, an effort at the catch, and it's gone down. It was the diving effort by the square leg fielder. He Palmed it around the post like a goalkeeper. Pratik Agnihotri at square leg. Quick again from Hayatullah Niazi. It's going to end the second over. Germany 17 for 1, an expensive over that from Niazi. 11 runs coming from it. Just a slight break in play. With Abdul Shakur Ramitsai just wanting a change in helmet. After that quick stuff from Niazi, Junaid Sheikh's going to continue from the Alaroo end. Hit down the ground with more power and elevation from Mashedi. Bit of a 9-iron and it's just plugged in the turf. Rain this week, so not going to be a boundary, just run away for 2 runs. Mashedi looks at the toe of his bat. Dropped. It was chipped straight to the fielder at backward point. It was a sitter, really. And it's gone down. Saeed Ahmed hasn't had a great day with the bat, and he's put down a sitter. He's put down the key man, Craig Mashedi. How crucial a moment is that going to be in Germany's ICC Men's T20 World Cup Europe campaign here? Slower ball edged, more fortune from Mashedi. Goes wide of the keeper, Khizr Ahmed, going to run away for a boundary 4. So in consecutive deliveries, Craig Mashedi's been dropped at point with a sitter. And just evaded the outstretched arms of Khizr Ahmed. Fortune for him, and Germany riding their luck at the moment. Glorious from Mashedi. And how often do we see that? Moments after being dropped. Back-to-back boundaries now for the tall Glamorgan all-rounder. Germany moved to 29 for 1. Going to be more runs coming. Mashady really showing off all his skills. And it will go all the way for yet another boundary. 3 consecutive boundaries to end the third over. Germany 33 for 1 after 3. So going to be a change in bowling. Just 1 over of Hayatullah Niazi is all we're going to see. See a change in pace, an extreme change in pace. Saeed Ahmed, the man who dropped that absolute sitter of a catch at point. We've seen so much good fielding throughout this week, but that one really should have been taken. So we're going to see leg spin in the form of Saeed Ahmed, hoping that his day is going to start to get a bit better. Struggled with the bat. Dropped the key man for Germany. Now he's on to bowl his leg breaks with a slip in place in the power play. Just 2 fielders allowed outside the 30-yard circle. Those fielders at the moment at long on and deep square leg. More fortune for Germany, this time coming off an under edge through the legs of the keeper. It nutmegs him. And Mashady's really quick between the wickets, so they'll get back for 3. Ramazai was looking for the cut shot. Just skidded on a bit. Not a lot of turn with this newer ball for the leg breaks. We're going to see another delay in play as for the second time Ramazai is going to change his headwear. This time he gets into a cap. Didn't fancy being out there in a cap for Hayatullah Niazi, but now the spinners are on. Big appeal. Given not out. Mashady had gone across his stumps and he's going to try and get the afterburners on to get back for 2. Be really interesting to see the signal here. It's going to be leg buys, so that looked close. Did Mashady get just outside the line of off stump perhaps? Not a huge amount of turn on offer yet for Saeed Ahmed. Maybe even just going down leg. Mashady really looking to free his arms and use all that power he possesses. 2 fielders in good positions though, long on. Deep mid-wicket outside the circle. Down the track, he's going to try to go over the offside. It soars over the head of mid-off, who can't quite get there. So Mashady has really ridden his luck so far this morning, or this afternoon even. That one skews off a top edge. It's going to bring about a change in the Norwegian field. Nazakat Ali taken out of mid-off, and the youngster Hayatullah Niazi will go in there. That's a much cleaner strike from Mashady, showing all his class. Straight down the ground. He didn't try to overhit that one. That was the difference. Elegant, full flow of the bat, straight down the ground. Germany starting to rock into the 40s inside the 4th over. Off the top edge, he's going to go this time. Very well bowled by Saeed Ahmed. He was brave enough to toss it up. Mashady's big heading exploits couldn't continue. He's got Germany off to a flyer, but he's gone now for 29 off 19 balls. That's just what Norway needed to bring themselves back into this game. But exactly what Germany didn't want, because Machede's really the one who clears the ropes for this German batting lineup. One county cricketer in English county cricket's going to be replaced by another, as Craig Machede will be replaced now by Michael Richardson, son of the former South African Test wicket-keeper David Richardson, the outgoing ICC CEO, in fact. Not too sure how many times something like that has happened, where the son of the CEO of the governing body is on the pitch in an ICC event, but great to see Michael Richardson qualifying to play through his mother for Germany. The Durham wicket-keeper, known for his batting as well. But he's not going to be on strike to start. That's going to be Abdul Shakur Ramatsai, who will face the change in bowling as Nazakat Ali will come on from the LaRue end. Good Yorker to start with from Nazakat Ali. Looks for the block hole again. Really good. Good start this from Nazakat Ali, but it's punched through the covers. A glorious shot. In fact, it's going to run all the way for 4. That one seemed to accelerate over the outfield. But the sun's starting to shine. The run's starting to flow. One of the shots of the day. Glorious punch through the offside. All along the ground for 4. Richardson off the mark with a single right away. It's a slower ball from Nazakat Ali. It's the 50 up. We're just one shy of the 50, in fact. 49 for 2 now inside the 5th over. Germany right on track to chase this total down. Exactly the kind of time that they were looking at it, in and around 10 overs. Hit through the offside, glorious from Abdul Shakur Ramatsai. Second boundary from him this over through the offside. This time taking the aerial route. Big smiles on the face of the German support staff. They're pleased with how they're going, and they know that if they can chase this in maybe 9 or 10 overs, they're going to keep their fate in their own hands, and we'll have to get the scorers and the calculators out to work out. They will still need to beat Jersey by a distance, but how significant that distance will be, we'll have to wait and see. If they could chase it down in 8 or 9 overs, they'll probably need to win by something in the region of 30 or 40 runs maybe. Perhaps if they're batting second, maybe chase a total down in 15 or 16 or 17 overs. But they've got to get over the line here first. That's going to end the 5th over. Germany now 54 for 2. Yeah, look at that. One of our spectators in the crowd. He's got the top off. First time he'd have even considered to do that at any point this week. Sunshine splitting the heavens here at College Field in Guernsey. perfect day for cricket, and can safely say that it's really the first time you could say that this week. But thankfully we had this reserve day to take the 4 games that were completely washed out on Tuesday. Driven into the offside. That's a lovely shot from Michael Richardson. Very elegant. Punched through the covers and 4 all the way along the ground. We'll just give you a quick update from the other game as well. Denmark looking to get a second win of this week, and so are Guernsey, the hosts, in their final match. Denmark will have a second game today. Denmark and Germany both playing double headers today. Denmark 47 for 2, chasing Guernsey's total of 118. Good quick running between the German pair here of Ramatsai and Michael Richardson. So in the final over, the power play. Looks for the sweep shot. Good batting this from Ramatsai. Really impressive. Running hard between the wickets. He's going to come back for 2. Take on the arm. Yeah, great intent. Germany move into the 60s. You can see the graphics at the bottom of your screen there. Just 39 more runs needed. Can't find the power this time, Ramatsai. Looking for that favoured leg side. So Germany look to be coasting to victory and doing so in a hurry. That's a glorious shot. It was a full toss, a bit of a buffet ball, and there was no one in the deep. Out in that vacant cow corner region. Only 2 fielders are allowed outside the circle, of course, so those fielders at deep square leg and long on, meaning it was easy pickings for Michael Richardson. "34 more to win, and the power play restrictions easing at the end of this delivery after this ball. Germany will just be looking to keep the momentum going, get to this total in about something like the 9th or 10th over. Yeah, good batting again. Richardson will keep the strike. Just a single to end the power play and the 6th over of the innings. Germany 67 for 2. And right on top. Let's have a look at the points table again. Remember, just 3 sides left in the reckoning on this, the final day of the ICC Men's T20 World Cup Europe Final 2019. And it's going to be either Jersey, Italy or Germany heading on the plane out to the UAE come October. Jersey certainly the favourite of those 3 at the moment. Italy need a bit of a miracle. Their net run rate in such a prohibitive position that they're going to need to win their final game against Denmark in record speed to have any chance. So it's really just between Jersey and Germany. Jersey win this afternoon, it's all over. They'll seal the solitary qualification spot from the European region. But if Germany can close out this chase with Deutschland on the back, could be the Germans into the reckoning. They'll need to beat Jersey this afternoon at this very field, College Field. If they can do that, they're probably going to need to win by a bit of a margin. They could be the ones going to the UAE. Prithvi Bharat into the attack with his off breaks. Michael Richardson calls his partner immediately for 2. Been a good positive start from Richardson. More known as a county championship, a 4-day first class player, 50 over player as opposed to his exploits with the bat in the T20 format for Durham, but he's made a really pleasing start here. Good strike rate, both these batsmen up nearly around 2 a ball. So with these fielding restrictions eased, 5 fielders outside the circle, 3 on the leg side in the deep and 2 on the off side. Really good from Prithvi Bharat, and this is what Germany can't afford. They cannot afford dot balls. Every dot ball punishes them at the moment. They've 8 wickets in hand, just 31 runs to get. Three dot balls, consecutive frustration for Richardson. There's no doubt Germany are right on top and likely to go on and win this game, but they have to get their net run rate boosted. It's a late cut. He does get off strike. A mix up in the running between the wickets. Direct hit. He's going to be out. I'm not too sure what Abdul Shakur Ramatsoi was doing. A little bit of daydreaming at the non-striker's end. Richardson played the late cut, called his partner through. And the direct hit from Saeed Ahmed, who's had a difficult day in the field. He dropped Craig Machete. He affects the direct hit, which gives the run out and a little bit of hope for the Norwegians. Yeah, just watching back the replay there, it looked to me like Abdul Shakur Ramatsoi just forgot to back up. A little bit of daydreaming, caught in a daze at the non-striker's end, and by the time he finally set off, if both batsmen had run immediately, there would have been plenty of time for a single. By the time he'd set off, it was all too late. Really good over this from Prithvi Bharat, just 2 runs coming from it. Harmanjeet Singh, the new man in at number 5 for Germany. 2 runs coming from that over. That's not what Germany needed. Still 31 more to win. 7 overs gone now. Germany 69 for 3. Going to be another change in bowling because the leg spin of Saeed Ahmed's been taken out of the attack, and in comes Tafsir Ali, who's run out in rather remarkable. Driven down the ground by Richardson. Just going to be time for a single. Need to start finding the boundary, Germany. Get this net run rate boost they need. Nicely bowled into the block hole. Dug out for a single, and Really, Germany just not able to afford this late innings, or late in the second innings of this match stutter they're having. They should get over the line, just 29 more runs to win, but they need to get their move on. Driven into the offside, probably just going to be a single. Fumbled in the field by Niazi, and even though he's got a very good arm, there's a big appeal. Michael Richardson is quick between the wickets, and he'll get back for 2. Pulled into the deep. That's better from Richardson. And he will find the rope this time. Short ball from Tafsir Ali. Gets Germany back on track. Can they chase this down within 10 overs? Your margin of victory, if they do chase this inside 10 overs, is likely to be in the region of they'll need to beat Jersey in the final game of the tournament by something around the 40-run mark. We'll wait for the statistical boffins to work all of that out before we give you any certainties, but something in that region, if they can knock off these remaining 23 runs in the next couple of overs. Dot balls making things difficult for Germany, though. Michael Richardson calls immediately for 2, and really good running from Harmanjeet Singh, his partner. He's going to scramble back for a second. 21 now needed. That's 8 overs gone. Germany now 79 for 3. It's been a brilliant week of cricket here in Guernsey for the ICC Men's T20 World Cup Europe Final. All 6 sides have had their moments in the sun, but Jersey and Germany, the standout 2 teams in the tournament for me. Probably the big disappointment might be Denmark. They cruised through the sub-regional qualifiers last year with 5 wins, and Jeremy Bray is going to be so disappointed with how they've done this week. They now can't qualify. Qualification, the one spot is likely to come down to a dogfight between Germany and Jersey this afternoon. Italy could get themselves into the mix, but their net run rate's just in such a bad position. It's going to be a struggle. Harmanjeet Singh works that into the leg side for a single, and I think we're likely to see Michael Richardson really try and take on the off spin now of Prithvi Bharat. Looks for the slog sweep. He was looking to take on the off spin, but can't make contact. Good tight stuff this from Bart, and it's causing some damage to this German net run rate scenario. Only 21's required to win, but Germany need to do it in a hurry. I keep saying it because it's so important for the Germans, and from the German perspective. Down the track, hit towards the man at long on. Going to bounce in front of him. Just going to be time for a single. Almost a game within a game now, because Germany are cruising to victory. There's no doubt about that. Just 19 more to win from the remaining 11 overs. But we heard their support staff set a target of wanting to chase it down in around 10 overs. Good bowling again by Prithvi Bharat, just holding it back, not allowing Singh to get underneath it. So yeah, that game within a game for them to chase it. Within 10 overs, they're going to need 18 off the next 8 balls, and just not quite getting the momentum going at the moment, Germany. Hit into the offside, just going to be a single. Yeah, concerned faces on the bench for Germany. Big swing and a miss, and the keeper's missed a stumping. Khizr Ahmed. Going to be runs, but I'm not sure they'll come off the bat. Wait for the signal. Oh, maybe there was an inside edge. It's actually a missed catch. Great stuff from Prithvi Bharat. Six runs from his second over. He's got none for 8, and yeah, look at those concerned faces in the German dugout. They look like they've got the calculators out. They're trying to work out exactly what's going on. Good thing is we have about a 2-hour break between the games. The afternoon game kicking off at 3:45 p.m. where what will be the top two in the table, as long as Germany close out this victory. It's going to be a winner. Well, not necessarily a winner takes all. For Jersey, if they win, they will advance to Dubai and Sharjah and Abu Dhabi in the UAE in October. Take the solitary qualification spot. Junaid Sheikh back into the attack now. Cut away by Richardson, wide of the third man, just a single. But Jersey are going to hold the edge on net run rate. And what that means is that Germany completing victory this morning will then have to go and beat Jersey by a certain margin. We'll find out that margin for you. I'll bring that to you before the second game. Swing and a miss outside the off stump, and this isn't what Germany need. Every ball could be vital. That's the stage of the tournament we're at. Norway doing their very best to drag this out. Fighting hard. Hit into the offside. It beats the cover fielder. Might be time to come back for 2. Could be a chance for a run out. A direct hit would have been out. Michael Richardson really had to get the afterburners on. Good fielding from Hayatullah Niazi. Not just good with the bat and ball. Brilliant in the field. And a direct hit. Richardson was gone for all money. 12 more runs needed to win now. Slower ball. Brilliant. Beats Harmanjit Singh outside the off stump, and with every passing ball it's just affecting the net run rate boost that Germany are going to get. You just wonder, are they going to come back to regret this little passage of play since the power play where they've struggled to get momentum. Slower ball again. Really good bowling by Junaid Sheikh. He knows the batsmen are looking to go after him, so he's not giving them any pace on the ball to work with. 11 runs needed, but look at the graphics at the bottom of your screen. 1.2.1. Just can't find the boundary, Germany. That's a glorious drive. That is going to be a boundary for just what Germany needed. It was the full pace delivery this time from Junaid Sheikh and driven away. So 10 overs gone, the halfway stage of the allotment of 20 overs that Germany have. They're not going to need much of this second half of the innings. They need 7 more to win. And the quicker they can do this, the bigger a net run rate boost they're going to get. Give you a quick update from the other game. In that match there, Denmark are taking on the hosts, Guernsey. Looks like that game could go either way still. Denmark's batting woes continue. They're 68 for 4 in the 13th over. Chasing down Guernsey's total of 118. Luke Letizier in the wickets again. I wonder, did the checkbook celebration come out, or the notepad celebration? So 7 to win here in the penultimate match of the tournament at College Field. Germany just about to move into second place in the table. Set it up for a grandstand finish this afternoon. Quick between the wickets from Richardson, that's really good. And despite the direct hit from Ul-Haq at a short fine leg, he'll get home for the single. 6 runs to win. Surely Richardson's going to look for the mighty blow into the trees that Jonty Jenner pulled off a few times yesterday. Richardson happy with the single. Just hasn't been given the elevation that he's looked to get under the spin of Prithvi Bart with, and Bart's bowled a really good little spell here. Certainly he's going to be getting big thanks from the Jersey faithful after this spell. Down the track, driven nicely straight. Richardson tries to dive to get back into his ground, worried about being run out. 4 runs to win now. 10.3 overs gone. The calculators are out behind me. The Excel spreadsheets are out. Everyone's trying to work out what Germany are going to get in terms of a net run rate boost after this match. Cut away. Richardson really has struggled against the spin of Bart. It's been super stuff from him. Singh as well, just 10 off 11 balls. Not what Germany needed at this stage of the game. They are going to get the win here. But it's been a super spell, and Richardson throws his head back to the sky. He knows how crucial these small moments are. Hit into the leg side, but just going to be a single. So end of the 11th over. This game dragging out longer than Germany would have liked. 11 overs gone. They're 97 for 3, needing just 3 more runs to win. So we're going to see Ul-Haq come into the attack for the first time today. Norway throwing the ball around with just 3 to win, and Germany, this game just dragging out. I'm going to try and get you some updated net run rate totals as soon as is possible. I'll stay on air and try and bring you those at the end of this game. Cut away into the deep, and that will be the winning runs. So in 11.1 overs, Germany have chased this total down. They're going to finish with 101 for 3. Michael Richardson, 35 not out. A good knock from him, from the Durham wicketkeeper batsman. And yeah, it looks to me like Germany have taken the win. And we're going to try and get these net run rate calculations to you as soon as possible. But it was a dominant performance, really, from the Germans. Super stuff from them with the ball, particularly Izzatullah Dalwitsai. I thought he was outstanding. Craig Machete as well. Norway had their chances, but not quite good enough on the day. And we're just going to see if we can, after watching the players come off the pitch, warm handshakes between the sides. We've seen this tournament played in great spirit, particularly with so much on the line, but just spare a thought for Norway. Definitely a step up for them. Five matches for Norway this week. They've lost all 5, but they've made their T20 international debut. They'll come into the T20I rankings proper now. They'll be given a full official ranking, so plenty of potential for the future and some names to watch. So lovely handshakes between the sides. and great warmth. So here we are. Let's take a look at the points table. Hopefully the magician to my left and behind me has worked his magic, and we should have some updated net run rate. We do. And it looks just about spot on. So Germany moved to a net run rate of 1.5275, which is significantly behind Jersey's. But remember, if Germany can beat Jersey this afternoon, they will move to 8 points alongside Jersey. And whatever margin that they win by, of course, that will bring Jersey's net run rate down as well. So we'll have to do some modelling during the break to work out exactly what that margin of victory might be. But purely off the top of my head, I suspect it might be in the region of 40 or 50, maybe 50 runs that Germany will need to win by, or if they're batting second, maybe win with about 5 or 6 overs to spare. But that's really speculation from me. We will get you the proper calculations before we come on air for the afternoon game in what's going to be a grandstand finish to this, the ICC Men's T20 World Cup Europe Final. Let's take a look at the batting and the bowling card. That's the German card. Michael Richardson, the Durham wicketkeeper, ends up as the top scorer. 35 not out for him, 28 for Craig Machete, one of the stars of the tournament. Not too much to cheer for these Norwegian bowlers, unfortunately. A wicket apiece for Junaid Sheikh and Syed Ahmed, but Prithvi Bharat, a really crucial spell, and I think plenty of the Jersey fans are going to be chanting his name in lights because he dragged that chase out by 2, maybe 2.5 overs with some really good off breaks. So what that means is that Germany, they've won this match. They've won by a big distance with nearly 9 overs to spare. They've won by 7 wickets. And it means we're going to have first v second this afternoon at College Field under glorious sunny skies. It's going to be Jersey against Germany to decide who will qualify for the ICC Men's T20 World Cup Global Qualifier. For now, this is Andrew Leonard signing out, and in fact, signing out for the whole tournament. I'm going to have to leave you with the very capable hands of Ian Leggett this afternoon. It's been a real privilege to bring you these pictures with ICC Europe throughout the week. Thank you to everyone for tuning in. Thank you to the 3CI team for all their efforts behind the scenes, and a special word for Ed, Esther and Michael in the ICC Europe office, and everyone at the Guernsey Cricket Board. My thanks to them. I'm going to bid you farewell. I'll be watching in the airport. Who's it going to be? Jersey or Germany? Come back to us at 3:45 p.m. today to find out live.